So now I'm saying, can you name me a discipline? This is for you to research now. Where Muslims...
Wait, you haven't answered my questions. What about Nobel Prize winner for science?
Look, I'm telling you that this...
You asked me to research, I'm asking you for the science.
I just said, you cannot bring Nobel Prize as an indicator to be the most valuable contribution to the world.
What do you use? You can use about numbers, but you can't use talk about Nobel Prize winner.
You can get Nobel Prize for doing nothing for political motive, like Malala.
Okay.
So you cannot bring Nobel Prize as an indicator of an achievement to world contribution.
Tech company?
I just told you, Nobel Prize, something you have to leave aside. Why?
Okay.
Because that is not a performance indicator
Okay.
for world valuable contribution to anything.
Company name from Muslim.
Listen, what I'm asking
Israel
you,
has a lot of great startup.
Look, Tan.
Yeah.
Tan,
Where's the Muslim startup or innovations in
what
science
you don't
field?
realize
Company.
is this. Name me a company. Name me a company. Name me a company. What kind of company? I'm going to narrow it down.
Give me the name.
I
want to research.
Tan, can you name me a company where Muslim presence is absent in terms of science?
Why do you keep asking
Whether
me
it's
the name?
drug development,
I say
whether
I do
it's
not know.
research
You
in
have to
medicine.
show me the way.
I'm just telling
and you keep asking me to name the name. I
What you
ask you to
don't
show
know-
me.
okay.
So I can research.
Listen, the
I'm
first,
not a professor. I can't remember all the things here.
that's why you're making
For
this
me,
error.
I just read
the
No.
error you're making is this.
Give me the name first, then we can go to the error.
Listen.
Give me the name, then we can go to the error.
Professor Khalid Hussain.
That's not a company name. Give me a real
Oh, now
company.
you want a company. Do you
You
know?
just say Nobel Prize winner is not a good measurement. Then we
Wait.
have to talk about companies.
Okay.
Contribution, like
Wait,
real
wait,
structures,
wait,
real science,
wait.
real technology from Muslim communities.
Slow down.
Don't give me a name, just a name.
Slow down,
There's
Tan.
so many professors
We're
everywhere.
going to talk about atheism next because that's what you challenged people to talk about.
No. Oh, now
No.
because the camera, you want to
No,
switch topic.
no.
If you're gonna switch
Next,
topics, I'm
next.
gonna have my fucking duck rice. Yeah. I'm not gonna waste time talking.
Can you mind your
Give me the
language?
name.
Right, you're not a child.
Okay, I'm sorry. Have a
Good.
duck king duck rice.
No, listen.
Okay.
No,
Is that
mind
fair?
your language.
Yeah.
I am saying,
So
after this
give me the
discussion-
name of Muslim company.
Listen.
Give me.
Listen,
Yeah. Give
listen.
me Muslim company
Tan.
that contribute greatly to science,
Tan.
technology, whatever advancement, innovations. Give me the name of the company now. Since we can't use Nobel Prize winner as a measurement,
Tan, I've
so
heard
give
your
me the
question.
company.
I've heard your
Give
question.
me.
I've
Give me the
heard your
name.
question.
Give me the name.
I've heard your question. So
Give me the name.
do you want me to answer your question?
Yeah, because I answer your question,
So,
I say I do not know
allow
a
me
lot of
to
stuff.
answer your question.
So now you're gonna answer my question.
Good.
Show me the name of
Listen,
Muslim.
okay.
1.6 million Muslims,
Listen.
billion in the world, and my claim was
Listen.
my claim was there are 1.6 billion Muslims in the world, but the contribution to the science field is very minimum. That's why
And
I'm
this is
asking.
where-
That's why I need your idea.
I have
names
heard you say
names
that.
of the company.
Right.
To research. So next week I can
Good,
come
good.
back and know. Yeah,
Listen,
give me the
listen.
name now.
Okay.
Type it. I'm not good in names.
Are you
Type it out.
going to kindly shut up and listen?
You're going to kindly answer his question.
Yeah? Because I cannot answer if you don't.
I know you're gonna
No.
keep asking me more questions.
Okay, tell me when you finish, then I can answer.
What, you don't have any answer?
No,
My
tell
question
me.
was that-
Tell me when you
I
finish.
just asked you
then
to
I
give me
can
the
answer.
company name.
Good. Tell me when you finish, then I can answer.
I'm finished. I asked you to give me the company
When
name.
you're not finished, you can.
Give me the company. If you're not gonna give me the company
Hold
name,
on. A minute
Because
ago,
you're not-
you asked him, give me a professional, give me anyone, any Muslim who's
Science
given any
field.
name. No, yes, and he gave you a
That
name.
is
Then
his
you
word.
changed it. Yes, and he gave you a name, Khalid Yassin. Then you changed
That was
that
his word.
to a company.
He put
Yes.
what into my
No,
mouth.
Brother,
no,
let's
you
not
go
go
back
back
to
to
the
the
video.
video.
No,
Okay.
I am. It's
I'm saying
recorded, brother.
1.6
You
million
asked him that
Muslim-
question.
Yeah.
He answered it. Now you've asked him a different question. Which question do
I'm
you
saying
want him to
1.6.
answer?
Maybe both.
No, yeah, that's fine. But then let him answer.
Right.
That's the fact.
Tell me when you're finished and you're quiet, I can talk.
I'm gonna talk. I'm just gonna stand here and
Good,
then I'm gonna ask you
good.
the same question again, and then we're just gonna
You're not
repeat.
going to
Thank
answer
you.
him, though. You're
So-
going to ask him
so-
another question. aren't
If I now give you a name of a company, like lots of petroleum companies doing research in the Middle East,
Petroleum.
and then wait, I thought you were going to be quiet.
I'm
right?
gonna write it down.
Right. So if I give you names of companies where they're looking into all this petroleum, renewable energies and so on, coming from. Listen,
Petroleum is not a renewable energy.
didn't say
We want research away from
research, petroleum
Not in
and right. So I didn't just say petroleum. Perhaps you need to listen to what I've said.
I'm listening to every word you're
I know you're not. So when we're looking at this research done by companies in Middle East, and if they're actually contributing and then making up this new innovation and so on, you will say, oh, this is just one company. So I want you to make this one point, which I want you to address this. Your contribution,
answer, but
listen,
question.
you asked about Muslim contribution. Instead of saying now Muslim contribution where Muslims are contributing to the every discipline and so on, you asked a person, I give you a person. Then now you ask a company. If I were to give you a company, you say, oh, this is just one company. Instead, what I am going to do is this. I'm going to ask you, is there any discipline in science where Muslims are not contributing? That is a fairer question. Because not only Muslims,
rearing.
not only Muslims,
Pig
Muslims,
transplant.
Christians, Jewish,
Transplants of organs
listen,
from pigs.
Jewish
That's an
people,
industry.
whether you have religion or no religion, people, human beings are collaborating, working together to the advancements of science and technology. This is our modern reality. We don't just say, oh, it's an Islamic science, it's a Christian science, it's a Jewish science, it's an atheist science. Science is not in the hands of one individual or one religious group, one ethnic group, one linguistic group. Science is done in collaboration. So Muslims, like many other religious or non-religious groups, are working together in every discipline. This is a general statement. Can you name me a discipline in science Muslims are not contributing?
Why do you keep asking me questions? I'm the one asking you questions because I do not know. You claim that I can't name someone, so I'm not qualified to speak.
So you need to search and find out.
That's why I want to research. I'm asking you.
Research what I asked you.
Why? I'm asking you to show me so I can research. Show me the name of the Muslim company contributing to the science.
I'm saying
Because you
every
say I
single
can't.
company.
You just discredit me saying I can't because
if I were
I
to
can't name the name, so
generalize-
I cannot.
if I were to
I'm
generalize-
not qualified to speak to you.
Okay.
That's what you claim me.
For example,
Yeah, you
okay.
disqualify me. Okay. So
NASA,
now
NASA,
I need your
NASA.
guidance, Guru.
I'm answering.
I need guidance. I need the name of the company.
NASA, NASA.
NASA. So that's a Muslim company.
No, find me Muslim are not contributing in NASA. I'm saying they are.
So everyone.
Pfizer, medical industry. AstraZeneca, pharmaceutical industry. Find me a discipline where Muslims are not contributing. I've given you already several companies. NASA is a company.
Yeah.
Yes. So is
World War II
Pfizer.
German artists contribute a
Hang
lot.
on. So is Pfizer. So is AstraZeneca. Yeah.
Scientists, sorry.
Yeah. So now I've given you 3 already because you asked. Find me
That's not a company.
It's not a company. What is it then?
You're saying a person contribute. Someone could be sweeping the floor in the NASA and you say Muslim contribution.
Listen,
Really? I need
I
a
am
company.
not giving you the
I need
names
something
of
great.
people.
Are you saying there's no scientists in NASA?
I'm not saying that.
Because you just.
I'm not
That's
saying
what you're claiming,
That's
right?
what you're claiming.
They're only sweeping
Yeah.
the floor.
I'm not saying
Look
that.
at the. That's what
He
he
did say that.
He did not
Oh, what did he
say
say?
Yeah, so he
Muslims are only sleeping
Yeah,
on the
I never
floor.
said
You
that.
are
Did he
say-
twisting
Okay,
words.
right.
to your
What did he
own
say? What did he say?
He said if there was a Muslim sweeping the floor, would he be a contribution to the company? That is completely not what you
Okay.
just said.
So that's why I need a Muslim
Some of
company.
us have ears, you see.
So
That's why I need
are
a
you?
Muslim company.
Listen. So are you saying? I'm not sure why you're so anti-Islam and Islamophobic for whatever reason.
Just give me the names
Look,
Say
and we can
racist
end
and
this.
hate preacher
No,
as
I need to
well.
eat some
I
duck
Try
rice,
and
you know.
silence any opposition to you.
no, you haven't.
Come
You
on,
haven't.
brand me a hate preacher and
Why
a
should I?
racist as
Why
well.
should I?
Because that's the sad little
don't
line that
think he needs
Muslims
to do that,
pump
mate.
out every
Listen,
week.
I'm an ignorant, okay?
Society.
I'm ignorant.
Tan.
Give me the name.
Tan, listen.
If you can't, I'm going to use this forever.
In NASA, I claim.
Answer my question
Do you
first
know what I'm
before I move
claiming?
forward.
Do you know what I'm claiming?
Answer my question before I move forward. Give me the name of the Muslim company.
Okay. Now you're saying name of Muslim-owned companies. Why? Why do you want Muslim-owned
In
companies?
science. Because you just said
Listen.
the
Do you know how
Nobel Prize
science
winner
works?
is not a good measurement.
Do you know how science works?
Why do you keep asking all these kind of questions? I just want names to do research.
Avoiding the point.
Because
Let's
Because
don't
Tan-
call me this. I'm a fucking dumb. Okay,
you-
fucking dumb person.
if you use the
I'm
word
very-
again, I'm
very
sorry, we
stupid.
have to leave that conversation.
I was hoping that, yeah, because this is not getting nowhere, yeah.
it's not getting nowhere because you are unable to sustain a
Let's
civilized
assume I'm a
conversation.
very stupid person. I need names to research.
Good.
For my homework.
What I'm
Give me a
saying
name.
is- listen, what I'm
or,
saying
or you
is-
can just tell me there are no
Listen,
such companies
listen.
in the world, or
Okay.
not many.
What I am
Give me an answer now. This is all I'm looking for next week.
Tam, listen. What I've given you a name, now let me substantiate my claim with this name, NASA. Yeah? Are you
NASA
listening?
is not a Muslim company.
Listen.
It wasn't even started by Muslims.
Listen. Name me one company that is contributing to science which has only their religious groups, religious individuals.
Anyone with a Google phone?
Listen,
Wanna help me with that?
Do you see what I'm saying?
You want asking? You
Tan.
asking for Google answer or Google
Listen,
question?
Tan, are
I'm
you
asking
listening?
you for the name from your expertise.
Tan.
So apparently
Okay, Tan.
apparently you are same like me.
Tan.
You do not know everything.
You don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
I'm asking.
I am
you.
saying,
I'm
are
only
you
asking for this.
suggesting today there are companies who are in forefront of medical innovation and technology, and they're only 100% Christians, either 100% Jews, either or 100% Buddhist, 100% atheist, and so on? Is that what you're suggesting?
No.
So why
are you asking
No,
for a
I'm
whole
asking-
Muslim startup company?
Yeah, because
So no one starts a
didn't
company
use
and
the word
says
whole.
that He said a company.
So,
Did he
so
say,
you
he said a company?
want to go to,
No, he
that's
said a
your
company.
second question. You want to go
He
to
said a
specific.
company that is
Why
How
asking
many, what
me?
are the
Hold on, hold on,
percentage
hold
of
on.
Muslims in the company?
You said a Muslim company, right? So you're basing it on religion. So you're saying that somebody started up
Percentage.
yeah, hold on. You're saying a company that started up and actually signed something saying we're a Muslim company. Does NASA say it's a Christian company? Are you listening to
Not
your
really.
logic here?
It's like a-
Exactly. So
it's
think
origin.
about what you're asking.
Because you know what's the starting point.
Origin. So what's its
You know
origin?
what's
Is
the-
it? Wait, hold on a second. Is NASA a Christian company?
Very good
Is
question.
NASA a Christian
I know-
company?
I'm gonna claim
Right. Is NASA a Jewish company?
I know you claim that.
Is there any companies you can tell me that are Jewish companies?
Then
companies.
why should you have Muslim identity?
Company? No,
That was
no
my
one's
next
saying
debate.
that. It's your question.
You are demanding
Are you
that,
listening to
aren't
how
you?
ridiculous
You
your
are
question
demanding
is?
name a Muslim company.
Wait, go back to how this started. How this started.
No, analyze that
No,
point.
don't go back.
Analyze that point.
You know
are
you know what the
demanding-
claim? You're
No, no,
claiming that
you-
you claiming there's 1.6 billion Muslims,
Okay.
but only 0.2.3%
Can you go back to- okay,
are
can you-
terrorists. That's why I revert the question
Okay.
saying how many
Okay, sure,
Muslims
sure.
actually contribute to the
Good,
world
good,
into
good.
the science field and
Tan,
so on.
let's go back.
When there's 1.6 billion Muslims.
We are talking
Yeah,
about
and you can't give me the percentage.
people who are
So
getting-
if you insist on
Tan,
going,
are you repeating my
if-
question?
if you insist on going into this company,
Tan.
what are the percentage of Muslims in NASA?
So,
What
as
are
you
the
said-
How
what
is that
are the-
supposed
what
to
are
be
the
that?
percentage of Muslims in NASA?
Tan, can I say something? You're
Going
asking
back to-
ridiculous questions.
He is
Can
the
you
one-
tell me how
he
many
started
stars?
this whole thing.
No, I want
He
to know.
started-
I want to know how
He used
how
his
intelligent
percentage.
you are. Hold on,
He
hold on.
used his
You're
percentage.
asking a question. I want to know how
No, I'm
intelligent you are.
speaking
How
here.
many stars there are there in the sky?
Why do you keep asking more
I'm
different questions?
asking the same type of
I
questions
refuse
you're
to
asking.
answer.
You're asking ridiculous questions.
I don't know what you're
You're
trying
asking
to-
an average
Okay.
person on the street.
So let me
how
answer,
many
right?
Muslims are there in
Did
NASA?
you
That's
ask me-
ridiculous.
Let me answer.
It's getting very hilarious.
Did you
now,
not
my
point
friend.
out that there are 1.6 billion Muslims, but only 0.02 some percentage that
Doing what?
they are not terrorists? I mean, they are only terrorists. That's why I revert the question.
Let me clarify what I said.
That's why I revert the question.
Those of you who are listening.
So
that-
you're saying the bad apples
Can I-
for
can I-
Muslim
can I-
are minimum,
can I
very
clarify?
small percentage. So that's why
You
I
know-
revert the question. The good Muslim, the one
Sure,
that's contributing to science,
Listen,
how
listen,
many? What are the
listen.
percentage? So let's go back to
Let's
NASA.
go back.
You bring up NASA,
Let
right?
me-
What are the percentage of Muslims in NASA? What are the
Would you allow me
percentage?
to speak, right?
Percentage NASA.
Look,
Don't run
no,
away
no,
again.
No, 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 no.
Percentage of
Listen,
Muslim in
listen.
NASA.
The context that we were discussing, as you said, we want to go back, right? Is that what you're asking? We need to go back. So in the context of religious war...
You don't give me name now. You want to go talk about something
Excuse
else.
me. You want me to
You
bring
said you want to go back.
You don't give me
said-
names. You don't give me percentage.
Tan, it's not very fair. You wanted to go back, and he wants to go back too. So now, if we go back, the discussion was about the violence and innocent people getting killed. I said the majority of the people that got killed are by secular wars and warfare, like First World War and Second World War.
He's getting nowhere.
You said no, and I said, look,
We
you
can't
just-
even answer this.
you said you're going to let
You
me
just
speak.
keep
You
having
said,
more question and
hang
more
on,
question
you
and
said
more
you're going to let me
question.
speak. Thank you. So now I said, look, even the fingers that you're pointing to
I seen
to
your
the
video,
Muslims,
just
listen,
ask all kind of
even
questions.
the
That
fingers that you're
doesn't go
pointing
anywhere.
towards Muslims, I said, look, if you look
You
at
can't
the
give names, you can't give numbers. Now you want to talk about more questions, more questions.
Tan,
How the world was
Tan,
created, stars, how many
perhaps-
stars.
Tan, can you tell me how many stars are up there?
I don't know, man.
You're asking
I don't know.
ridiculous
I don't
questions,
know.
Tan.
That's why he's the
Tan.
guru here, man.
Mate,
I need his
you're
answer,
asking-
and he can't give me
But
answers.
you have to listen to the guru, innit? Listen to
He
the
keeps
guru.
pointing out different answers.
So
Questions,
as
more
as
questions,
I,
more questions.
I'm going to come back to Nasser.
You know what? With so many questions, you should join
Are you-
Buddhism.
are you gonna allow me
Buddhism,
to-
yeah. Buddhism is
are
good
you
for you.
gonna-
A lot of questions.
I'll
No
tell you-
answer. There's no answer in Buddhism. Only question. You should join that. Yeah.
I'll tell you why I cannot join them and why I won't
Very
join them.
childish
If you're interested to know, I'll tell you, right? But let me now come back to this question. So I said, look, when you talk about all this violence and so on, you're pointing to the Muslims and you're assuming the majority of the Muslims are violent and terrorist and they're warmongering. When we look at the percentage, the Muslims in the world today, you said 1.6 billion, right? I don't know exactly. I know more
I
than 1
Googled that
billion.
up.
Good, you Googled that. 1.6 billion.
Long time ago.
When we look at the percentage of ISIS who are killing innocent people, they are like 0.006%, right? This is insignificant number, and yet you have the audacity to say Muslims in general are violent when an insignificant number is doing the violent works. And then what you did rather, which is called a category mistake, instead of saying, okay, I should accept, Tan, you should have said, I accept that the majority, 1.6 billion Muslims, almost, apart from this insignificant minority, are peace-loving, peaceful Muslims. You said, but look, out of this all 1.6 billion Muslims, how much have they contributed to science? Look at the logical fallacy, how you compare. From terrorism and violence to contribution to science. How you shifted the whole discussion. So even then I said, fine, look at it now. Science does not work by like oh, I'm a Muslim, I have a Muslim organization, and I contribute to the science. Science doesn't work like this
So
anymore.
what are Muslims
The
contributing?
way science works today is you can be working in collaboration or individually. Or individually, because science is now based on our cumulative learning and knowledge. We do something and we build our knowledge based on that. You can be a total 100% Buddhist terrorist, but I can still get your research and see you've discovered something very wonderful, medicine for example, and I can build on to that. I'm not going to say, oh, it's a Buddhist terrorist that developed. No. So science can take from whoever, as long as the research shows benefit, that it is benefit for humankind, right? Or even if it's not benefit for humankind, people take and make warfare weapons and so on, which they shouldn't be doing, right? To kill people. So what I'm saying is, you cannot bring saying, oh, give me a Muslim scientist name or a corporation or a company. I'm saying Muslims and non-Muslims, religious or non-religious, we are working all together in science to contribute to our innovation and technology for the betterment and for the advancements for the world.
So when it comes to...
So you shouldn't be asking this question. Give me a Muslim scientist.
Wow.
Give me a Jewish scientist.
Excuse me?
Why? Because science is not the property of a religious individual or a group anymore.
So give me a second.
Do you follow that point?
I follow your point, and I just don't
What
see...
did you say then? If you follow his point, what
I
did
mean,
you
it's
say?
just, I can't say the same thing. I mean, he's just saying I can't use percentage. Because science doesn't work like that. It's like collective work. Everyone contributes to science in a way. I do something and someone observes me doing something, and then they might invent something, but my name was not there. That's what you're saying, right? But the thing is, you try to say that there's only 0.02 something percent of Muslim are terrorists. Then you
Insignificant number.
It's insignificant number, but then you can't turn it around. Why can't I point out? I mean, what are the contribution of Muslim in terms of science? Doesn't mean has to invent something.
They're
In
working
today's
everywhere.
world, 1.6 billion Muslims.
Is the science?
I just told you, Muslims are working everywhere.
Yeah, but they are the most Muslim in the world, but they're causing political problems.
Now you should
Economy
think
problems.
political and
That's
economic
why. That was the original argument. I'm asking you why
Muslims
in the
causing
whole,
political problems?
Wait, let me finish.
Develop.
Why the whole world has Muslim problem? But that's why I want to ask you, what is your contribution for Muslim? What is the contribution of Muslim? That's what I'm asking.
Are you
And can't give me the name.
suggesting Muslims are contributing to political and economic problems within their own countries?
Their own country as well as other countries?
No, you are
Okay.
wrong. You are wrong.
Brother, let's establish
That's
how
why
it's
it's going to
wrong.
start forever. We have so many...
In Iraq,
I don't want to talk about Middle East. Talk about Southeast Asia.
Tell me about Muslim countries.
I want to give you
Muslims,
news.
but
I
don't
want to
talk about Muslims and Muslim countries.
Because
You're being illogical,
The
mate.
horse is that. I'm going to give you
Mansur, I don't
first
know why you're wasting
example.
time, seriously.
Let's talk about Indonesia. Let's talk about Malaysia. Let's talk about Thailand, where we talked about earlier. Let's talk about Philippines. This part is fresh. Nobody heard it before.
China.
Yeah, China. Yeah.
brothers.
The whole world has Muslim problem.
You know what?
And that's why we talk about percentage. And since you gave me the percentage, the very small percentage of Muslim are terrorists, give me a good percentage of how many Muslim can actually contribute to the society of the world today. 1.6 billion is a lot of Muslims.
Let me tell
Even
you something.
Christianity is on decline.
tell you
Buddhism is on decline. Muslim is rising, but the contribution ratio. That's why I use Nobel Prize winner as a measurement.
Let me try to respond.
But you do not want to use Nobel Prize winner because
I
you
just
say
told you
Malala
why,
is
sir.
someone
Now,
is
let me
nobody.
let me try to
That's why I'm
respond
asking
to
for a company, a person that's really contribute greatly, not just some random people, you know?
Okay.
And you,
So,
since then, I've
listen,
been asking you for the names of the
listen,
company.
Tan,
You
listen.
do not want to
Tan,
give me
listen.
If you do not want to give me, we can end this discussion, yeah?
Tan, listen, I'm trying to answer your
Are
question.
you saying there are no such company?
Look, company is irrelevant as we have established already.
Okay, fine then. So
let me answer your question.
I got your point. I
No,
got your point.
I want to answer your
So
question.
there are
you
no
asked.
Muslim country that actually contribute greatly, like Facebook.
Again, you're making illogical fallacies and red herrings and straw
You know what red herrings
You
are?
don't
You know what
give me
red
names.
herrings are?
Okay, one moment. Let me answer.
You can insult whatever.
No,
yeah,
insulting
yeah, yeah.
You insulting
Muslim
me.
countries like Indonesia and Malaysia, right? You said. And there are countries like Pakistan,
Yeah.
Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Okay. When I mentioned to you, I work in a medical
I'm leaving
establishment.
at 5:15.
No problem. We've got 5 minutes, right? Okay.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. I work in a hospital, as I told you already, right?
I leave at this time every week, yeah. So what's the problem, yeah?
That's okay.
I did. You want to join me?
No. You can leave anytime.
Thank you for proving my consistency. I leave at this time more or less every week.
Tan. So, if I'm from Pakistan or India or Bangladesh or Malaysia or Indonesia, okay, let's talk about this. Lots of Indian Muslims in India. Now, if our countries gave us the opportunities and the means and the way to do research, sustain ourselves and our interests,
And had the resources.
we would not be, and the resources, we would not be coming to the States or Europe or in England and so on and so forth. It's a well-known fact. For example, the people who invented the first, amazing thing like,
Let's go.
no, in modern times in America, right? He was from Bangladesh, right? One of the individual, he did this big building that he done, or this helicopter which was pilotless. It was is it Bangladeshi?
What is that?
Right, Bangladeshi. We know that it's a
What
fact.
was the invention?
Google it.
Come on, the first.
Oh, so you
No.
You can't Google.
Okay,
you can't
look,
Google
look,
it.
look.
You say we can't Google it.
Are you having discussion with him
No,
or
no.
me?
Explain to me. What is
Good,
it? I don't
good.
know what's
So
helicopter.
What I'm
is that?
saying is this.
What is the invention? Tell me the invention.
I just told you.
I don't understand what's the invention.
Pilotless helicopter.
Pilotless helicopter.
The first pilotless helicopter.
Pilotless drone.
Not
So
drone.
you mean Pakistan invented
No,
drone?
no, not Pakistan. I am saying an individual.
Bangladesh.
She said Bangladesh.
Look,
Bangladesh.
as far
Oh,
as I
sorry,
know,
I'm very
as far as I
racist.
know,
I'm
he was a
somewhat
Bangladeshi. Now, if he had the resource and the technology and the opportunity, this individual would have stayed in Bangladesh and done something like that.
Why do they not have the resource?
Wait.
Okay.
The hospital that I work, a consultant is Bangladeshi. So there are people from that area, but they've moved elsewhere in prestigious positions in science, in technology, in medicines, and so on and so forth. The reason why the countries are still backward in terms of the technology and so on, because of loads of problems. I cannot just pinpoint one, but if you look at it, there are people. There are
Asian enough?
the government.
I mean, is
look,
Asian enough?
the government.
Asian tourists always do this.
The government is not really having a program where they can give this opportunity and give these resources and so on. So this is one thing from the government. Government is not looking after those scientists, those innovators, and those people of advancement and so on. So they move elsewhere. If you provided all of that, they would go back in Indonesia or Malaysia and so on and so forth. There are other forces where their countries are not coming up and opening up to the world stage where they are the leaders in advancement in technology. It is a political, socio-economic and various other.
Why is that?
This is not just a religious
Okay,
thing.
okay.
Yeah, it's not a religious thing. Even if you divide religion altogether, imagine now Malaysia is 100% atheist. It's not going to suddenly overnight become the most powerful nation in science and technology. It's not going to happen. Science has nothing, religion has very little to do with these ones. It's to do with how they're governed and do resources and their opportunities and so on and so forth. That's the issue. So when we talk about all these things,
What do you think happened in Japan, South Korea, and China? They are very religiousness. They are almost godless, but they can rebuild so fast after World War II. Why could this miracle not happen in
because as I
Bangladesh,
said, look,
Pakistan, or Muslim
technology,
country?
resources, opportunities.
Why
There's
do they not have
various-
resources? The
Okay.
Saudi king are so rich.
Look.
The Saudi have so much cash. They go
So-
everywhere.
so-
They have golden escalator
Could
for
it
the
be
plane.
the willpower is missing to do all the technologies and advancements in science?
What?
The willpower?
The willpower.
Could it be they're not interested? They're only interested in protecting their own thrones? Could it
Okay.
be? Yeah, you can have various factors.
Okay.
Right. So various factors can come in play and leave a country underdeveloped and not advanced as you see in the developing developed countries.
So why is this so consistently happening in
It's not-
Muslim countries?
no,
Why?
Consistent happening recently. This is where you need to really understand.
Recently?
Yes.
When was the last time?
Okay, look.
that
I'll tell
shine?
you. I'll tell you. If you look at history, when Europe was in the Dark Ages, when the Queen of England did not even have a bath for a month,
Yeah.
right? Muslim
Let's
country.
bring China history 5,000 years.
Ah,
Okay,
listen.
it's not gonna prove any point. You bring in such an old history,
Excuse
then
me.
you should go back to China. Yeah,
Listen.
China 5,000 years.
Now you need to very
Yeah.
importantly listen. You made a point, so I need to really bring it to focus. In modern times, Muslims have been stripped off from their country, their establishment, from their authority, and once you strip them of the power, when the political power is dismantled, then everything else crumbles. So when, for example, Islam started 1400 years ago, within few decades, it was rising to the peak of science and technology and advancement.
How was Islam started? War,
Wait, listen.
fighting.
We are talking about you need to be fair. We are talking about science and technology. Within few decades, Islamic countries or Islamic Khilafah system became the pinnacle of civilization in terms of morality, ethics, economy, science, technology. All over the countries around the world, they were coming and to the Muslim land, like in Cordoba, in Spain. Why? To learn science.
Was that Ottoman Empire?
No, before the Ottomans. So, yeah. So they were coming there to do what? To learn about science, to know how science is going to be advanced. So Muslims at that time were contributing. How did they contribute? They started learning from the old, the Greeks, the Hindus, the Romans, the Persians, whoever they have contributed. They learned from them.
I actually enjoy this part.
And they started then contributing their own. And they contributed. You'd find hardly any field that they've left untouched. Whether it's astronomy, biology, physics, optics, chemistry, they excelled in every field, right?
Because they mingle with European as well, right?
No. Because what Islam taught them. When Europe was in dark ages, nothing, no science, no technology.
Yeah.
Islamic civilization,
What was that called? Dark Ages? Was that a
Middle Ages,
disease?
right?
Was that a disease going on? What is that called?
The plagues of
the plagues. Yeah.
Only.
After the plagues, the
To give you an example,
on steroids.
Al-Qanun fi at-Tibb, the Canon of Medicine by Ibn Sina, by Avicenna, was a medical textbook for 700 years in Europe. Went through more than 17 editions, right? Until recently, about 200 years or so. I can't remember exact figure. So this was a contribution of Muslims in science and pharmacology, in hospitals and so on. Yeah. So even the hospitals, free NHS treatment, where did the idea come from? From the Muslims and their hospitals. Treatment with science. So when Europe was in dark ages with nothing on science and technology, they went and they learned, and then they came back, and then Renaissance resulted from there. Renaissance, the Enlightenment in Europe came because they went and learned from Muslims.